The state of Texas will now make its largest investment in water supply in state history. Voters approved Proposition 4 on the ballot last week, authorizing $20 billion to be spent on water projects over the next 2 decades.
KCBD News Channel 11's Madeline Hall tells us what this means for the future of water across the state.
As long as the tap's running, nobody perceives or understands there's a problem.
20 years behind. That's how Lubbock State Senator Charles Perry sees the state and its advancements towards supporting the future of water. As Texas continues to grow, he says the need for advancements becomes even more critical.
You either build a wall and don't let anybody in, or you tell people not to come, but in Texas, people want to be here. So this will give us that comfort to know in 20 years our water supply needs will be in a position where we can continue on.
$1 billion in existing state revenue will now funnel into the Texas Water Fund every year when state sales taxes exceed $46.5 billion. Senator Perry says that was intentional to avoid taking money from existing needs or increasing taxes.
So it was a sweet spot where it makes sense that we leverage states. People refer to it as surplus. I would say that it's just growth. And growth is tied to infrastructure needs. So now we're meeting the need with the growth of the sales tax dollars.
The Texas Water Development Board will manage the money and divide it up into 2 categories: water supply projects and existing water programs. Water supply projects would expand the overall water available for the state by finding new sources.
There is a limit to how much you can export and how much you can develop. And we're there in our freshwater tables. This system, this funding forces the state to the next level of water supply, which is brackish, marine, produced water in the oil and gas, and then some availability of surface water.
Funding water programs, on the other hand, would help sustain that water and expand its availability.
Lubbock's a great example. They're providing water to Woolford. They're probably going to be asked to provide water to further west. There's probably going to be water needs met. Those communities can't do this on their own, so there has to be an anchor, if you will, to spread that cost and actually be able to meet their needs.
Some farmers and ranchers rang the alarm, concerned with municipalities stealing their water as cities continue to grow. Senator Perry says the plan is specifically designed to prevent that.
If you bring more water in for municipal use, you leave the existing freshwater aquifers for producers in agriculture. So you subplant use. That'll leave 500,000 acre-feet in the Ogallala for producers to continue to use. So it's going to extend the aquifer's use by decades.
Some money is already available. The state invested $2.5 billion into the water fund over the summer, and the Texas Water Development Board is already processing applications. Cities and towns will need to contract with an engineer to evaluate their needs and include a report in their application.
We're going to clear the decks on a lot of these very, very small, very, very rural systems needs, because a couple $1 million goes a long ways to addressing very small systems.
Creating new sources of water will take more time, and so will the rest of the funding. The first of the $20 billion will not become available until 2027, but Senator Perry says the important thing is that Texas is setting up its future.
Produced water, marine desal, brackish desal, and supply. Good news is all of those are available to Texas. The good news is we have the wealth to leverage to get that done. The bad news is we should have started 20 years earlier.
Madeline Hall, KCBD News Channel 11.